From Studio 113 in Walson Hall, this is MBC News.
Hello, and welcome to NBC News. We're your hosts, Brianna Ennis
and Heather Downey.
So Heather, do you have any plans for homecoming weekend?
I do. I'll be dancing with the percolators at both the pep rally and the homecoming game. What about you?
I'll be in attendance at both those events, and so should you.
Can you tell us what's going around campus this weekend?
Sure. Here's what's going on around campus this week. Alumni Weekend is this coming weekend. Graduates from all different years dating back to 1961 will be in attendance, as well as the graduates from the class of 2016. So don't miss the chance to say hi to your favorite alumni. We kick off homecoming weekend this Thursday with the pep rally at 9 p.m. in Memorial Hall. A tailgate will continue the festivities afterwards on the South Lawn. The homecoming dance is Friday night, beginning at 10 p.m. in the event space at Seegers. There will also be a fireworks display Saturday night starting at 9 p.m. in the Scotty Wood Stadium. Movies on the Lawn will be screening Finding Dory at 10 p.m. Saturday night on the front lawn. Outside the Berg bubble, this past Saturday, New York was rattled by a bomb found near a Chelsea dumpster. 29 people were injured by the blast. However, there were no fatalities, and everyone has since been released from the hospital. Authorities have since captured and charged the suspect. In other news, the Emmys were this past weekend, and some of the biggest winners of the night were The People vs. O.J. Simpson and Game of Thrones, who broke the record for highest number of Emmys won by any fictional series. Now to Heather's with the sports.
Thanks, Brianna. In sports this week, we start with football, where the Mules had a 42-13 win over McDaniel this past Saturday. Senior Nick Palladino is once again the player of the week, throwing for 243 yards. He threw 5 touchdown passes, tying the school record. Junior Nick Savant rushed for 110 yards on 19 carries to make it his second straight game where he went over 100 yards. Senior Nick Lamb caught 8 passes and had 3 touchdown strikes. This Saturday at 2 p.m., the Mules will face the undefeated Johns Hopkins for their homecoming game. In men's soccer, the Mules tied McDaniel on Saturday. Pete Luther scored the lone goal for the Mules. Although the Mules outscored McDaniel's Green Terror 20-8, they could not pull out a win. Unfortunately, the women's soccer team fell to McDaniel 0-1. The Mules kept a good fight, with the freshman Marissa D'Alessandro recording 4 saves. Sophomore Megan McAsill and freshman Danny Steigerwald both had good attempts on goal, but the team could not pull out a win against the undefeated Green Terror. The field hockey team won over McDaniel 3-1, with senior Rachel Stroh recording her first career hat trick. She leads the conference with 19 points thus far and has recorded a goal every game. In golf, the men and women have had successful matches. The men came out with a win with a team score of 304, 5 strokes ahead of the second-place team. Sophomore Ian Simmons led the Mules, shooting 74. Muhlenberg was the only team to have 4 golfers that shot in the 70s. We wish them luck this upcoming weekend. On the women's side, the team tied the school record with a score of 351. Annie Filler shot a 79, which tied her for individual first. We wish all the Mules sports teams best of luck in the rest of their seasons. Now on to Krish with the weather.
Thanks, guys. On Thursday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 86 and a low of 59. And on Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 86 again and a low of 62 with a 20% chance of rain. We move on to the weekend, and for homecoming weekend, we have really good weather. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 75 and a low of 51. 20% chance of rain, but we shouldn't really worry about that. And on Sunday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 70, and we're going to actually receive some lows this time around with a low of 46. And on Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 70 and a low of 50, no chance of rain. On Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 74 and a low of 53, 20% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy again with a high of 73 and a low of 50, 20% chance of rain. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Krish, for the weather. Thanks for watching NBC News. We're your hosts, Heather Downey
and Brianna Ennis. Have an enjoyable homecoming weekend. Go Mules!